Well, hey everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie, and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today, you guys, I want to take a look at Karoline Leavitt's brother's baby mama, Bruna Ferreira. Now, for those of you that don't know, Bruna Ferreira is from, I think she's from Brazil, and she had a child with Karoline Leavitt's brother. They're no longer together. They've had kind of a nasty back and forth custody battle. Well, she was rounded up by ICE. So I want to look and see, did Karoline Leavitt have anything to do with it? Obviously she did, but let's let the tarot tell us. And I just kind of want to get a vibe for the energy around this. A judge did just order that she be released. So first thing I want to look at is, will she be released? The judge has ordered that she be released. Now, I'm filming this on Monday at it's about 1:00 p.m. Arizona time, right? So that'd be like noon Pacific time. So you guys are going to see this on Tuesday. Okay, so if something happens between now and then, you know, there you go. So is she going to be released from custody as the judge has ordered? MAGA. Six of Cups reversed is MAGA, remembering things as it used to be. So the energy is MAGA. Yes, I think Karoline Leavitt, absolutely, for entertainment purposes only, Karoline Leavitt did have something to do with this. Did I say my whole spiel? Be sure to form your own opinions. Be kind to one another in the comment section. Do your own research. Okay, you guys? All right, let's go. The challenge, I mean, this is the challenge she's facing, but the additional challenge or struggle that Bruna's facing is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is the fighting between her and the father of her child, Karoline Leavitt's brother. The Five of Wands reverse is also it's deception and misinformation. So there is a lot of deception and misinformation that's being put out there, okay? The energy of where she's coming from is the Ten of Wands. She's carrying a heavy burden. There were issues with her getting her citizenship because her mother brought her over as a child illegally. And so she fell under the DACA program, but now with Trump back in office, all of that is uncertain. So this is that struggle of, you know, how is she going to get her citizenship? The energy of where this is going, this is planning. Okay, this is planning. So this to me would be planning to follow the orders and release her. But let's keep going. The overall destiny or theme, is she going to get released? There's a lot of conflict around this situation. This is very contentious. Five of Swords is conflict. And then being very Machiavellian, like sneaking, doing things that are really sneaky. And this is the energy of like Karoline Leavitt using her power to, like, wielding her power for bad. The underlying issue, or what she doesn't see coming, is the World reversed. This is incomplete. This is lacking fulfillment. So this isn't looking super good for her. If she does get released, I feel like there's going to be issues with her being able to see her child. The energy of the situation around her imprisonment, I guess, or, you know, being held, is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords reverse is being extremely troubled, being confined, having a lot of anxiety, not knowing what's going to happen in the situation. The environment is the King of Rods. So this is wielding a big stick, using a lot of power. This to me would be Karoline Leavitt, or whatever her name is, wielding the power that she can through like ICE, Stephen Miller. This is tyrant energy. Okay. This is also a card of time restriction, not having enough time. Her hopes or fears is that she's going to have some options. She's going to be able to get out of jail, and she's going to have legal options where she's going to be able to stay in the U.S. and still see her child. The final outcome for her being released from jail is good news coming in. I do think they will release her at some point. They may drag it out. They may make it take a while. but I do see her being released. Now let's see what her outcome is going to be. Actually, first let's see, did Karoline Leavitt have anything to do with Bruna, for entertainment purposes only, for Bruna being picked up? Did Karoline Leavitt have anything to do with that? Let's see what we have here first. Okay. We have justice, and it was kind of sideways or reversed. So yes, she did something that was incredibly unjust. She used the power of the law. Look at this. Being greedy, taking, not wanting Bruna around, trying to help out her brother, using her power for bad and helping her brother out. She thinks she's helping her brother out. Not good energy for her. Okay, I want to see, actually, before we do that, let's move to the What's the Tea deck. Let's get some tea on the situation. Now, if you guys are ever curious to know what decks I'm using, whenever possible, if YouTube has a link available, I will link it straight to the video. Otherwise, all of these decks I use are on my website. I have links to them. So if you go to bobbiereads.com, there is a page with all of the different decks I use on YouTube. If you click on the picture, it'll give you the link. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I don't have any coupon codes or anything like that. I just sort of put that there as a courtesy for you guys, because I know what it's like when I want to know, like, what deck are they using? So they're all located there. What is the tea between Karoline Leavitt and Bruna? Because Bruna says that she had asked Karoline Leavitt to be the godmother of her child. Fishing for comments. Fishing for comments. Running. Dodging bullets. So people want to know from Karoline Leavitt what's going on, but she's running away from the situation. She's not being honest. She's dodging these bullets. She's, not really talking about things, not releasing information, or releasing false information. Now, what's the tea between Bruna and Karoline Leavitt's brother? Let's put these back and start again. What's the tea between Bruna and Karoline Leavitt's brother? Okay. We have same stuff, different day. Moves in silence. I feel like he continuously does the same things over and over. It's very destructive. Moving in silence, that's behind the scenes. That would be like talking to his sister and saying, hey, can you pick up, Bruna? What can we do to, get rid of her? Because they've been having a custody battle for a long time. So this isn't anything new. So it's very suspicious, wasting time, stuck, no changes, limited. So they have this relationship. It's been the same way. No one's making changes. We have Ain't Shiz. So the two of them it's again, contentious energy. And I feel like I don't know. I just don't feel like he's the best person in the whole wide world. Okay, so now what I want to look at is, what does the future look like for Bruna? So we saw, okay, yes, she'll be released, but what happens then? Is she going to be deported? Are they going to, get her through the court system? What is going to happen? Future outcome for Bruna. This is being restricted. This is being stuck, confined. Eight of Swords is a card that talks about constraints. She's going to be limited. She's going to have constraints on her. The challenge she's going to face, or her struggle, is the Chariot. This could be them taking her away. The Chariot is a card of forward movement. It's a card of going places. It's progress, but it can also be moving. So she could either make some progress, or this could be a deportation. Let's keep going to see if we can get clearer. The energy she's coming from, this is rite of passage energy. I mean, this is just, perhaps the beginning of the relationship was really good, but things took a really bad turn. I think she really had hope that things would be easier for her. That Karoline Leavitt was family, whether she was with her brother or not. She had a different understanding of what the relationship was. So this is all it's shell shock for her, because she's just like, what is happening here? The energy of where Bruna is going. is Judgment. So there will be a reckoning. So we don't know the kind of mother she is. Maybe she's a good mother. Maybe she's not a good mother. You know, there were some interesting things I saw people reading, court documents, and she left, it sounds like, from what I understand, again, do your own research, but it sounds like at one point she left the child with like a sitter that wasn't super reliable. And here's the thing, that's terrible. And she shouldn't have done that if that is in fact what happened. But as a single mom trying to get sitters and juggle kids, like I did that for years. I worked all day and then I went to school at night. And there were times when my babysitters flaked on me. And, is that what happened? We don't know. Okay. Her destiny in this situation, or her goal, her aim, where she's trying to go. That is way too many cards. Can you give us one at a time, please, Spirit? One card. Where is she trying to go? The Emperor. She's trying to appeal to the father of her child. She's also trying to perhaps appeal even to Trump. I'm wondering if this is her appeal. It's appealing to someone in authority. This is authority, or this could be like finding a way to get some kind of citizenship. Can she fast track it? What can she do? This is her. She's seeking out every option available to her. And I think her lawyer is also being very helpful. And this could be her lawyer helping her through the process. The underlying issue, or what she doesn't see coming, is that confinement again, that anxiety. I'm worried that they're really going to limit her ability to see her child. This is her fighting, though. 7 of Wands. This is a card of resistance, standing strong, advocating for herself and for her child. Her environment is the Hanged Man reversed. This is being forced to wait. I don't think they're going to give her access to her son. I really don't. I think she's going to be released from incarceration for this initial thing, but I don't think they're going to let her see the boy. I don't. Her hopes or fears. Page of Swords. This is contracts. So this is like going to court and getting a contract saying, it's not really a contract, but like the child stuff, the custody, the visitation, getting that handled legally through the contract. This would be her getting her citizenship, getting everything that she needs in order. And this is her, like, she's fighting for it. She is a fighter. Final outcome for Bruna. MAGA attacking her family. 10 of Pentacles is family. It's coming together. It's generational wealth. But with this MAGA card, with it reversed, I think that this is not going to be great for her. I don't know what they're going to be able to do, but I don't see them giving her much in terms of her child, which is just really, I don't know. As a mom, it's really tough. I don't know the situation. We don't know the ins and outs of all of it, but I don't know. It's just when it's a child, it's tough. Okay, so now that we're all in like a very low vibe mood, we're going to change our energy to a high vibe, right? So I always tell you guys, or I try to remember to tell you guys, that the key to a high vibration and manifestation is just spending more time in your higher elevated energy than your low energy. So I say spend 51% of the time doing things that you love. If you can do that 51% of the time, you've tipped the scales in your favor and things are better. So however much time you spent watching my depressing video, I want you to spend that much time or slightly more doing something else that raises your vibration. And we're going to start right now. So Spirit, what guidance or information would you like to give us today? What should we know today? We have Double Mission. You guys, this card has been coming up a lot lately. All right. So I want you to really listen to this definition. This is going to talk about how we're here for 2 different reasons. And sometimes it can feel like, why am I here on earth right now? It's a mess. What is happening? We all chose to come here. Before we came here, our higher selves, our consciousness, whatever, made an agreement to come here. So we have two things that we're supposed to accomplish. We have our lesson, what we need to learn, but then we're also here to raise the vibration of the collective, which is super interesting that this card came out, because I was literally just talking to you guys about how we need to raise our vibration. So I love how Spirit likes to throw in these, little gems where it's like, oh, thank you. Like I was doing the lead up, or Spirit, I don't know. Anyway, so this says Lightworker star seeds, which I feel like if you're drawn to my videos, there is a very high likelihood that you are a light worker or a star seed. Lightworker star seeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. So many of you, I've been doing a lot of tarot readings for you guys. And if you're ever interested in getting a tarot reading from me, I do live readings and recorded readings. And I have a secure portal on my website where you can book that. And that's at that bobbiereads.com as well. But so many of you guys have been telling me that you feel like your time is running out. You don't have enough time. Especially my boomers. My boomers always are like, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And that is because you are one of these star seeds, one of these light workers that's here for a reason. But let me reassure you, you do have time. Okay, you have time. It says they're here to grow as souls individually, which is your individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way. And that is your collective mission. So those are your two missions that you're here to accomplish while you are on Earth. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's missing or that they're forgetting something important. It's common for lightworker starseeds to feel that they're different, and they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may project themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it even more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and your joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. And this is the message that Bashar talks about. Daryl Anka is a gentleman who channels an entity named Bashar. And Bashar says that we are here to live our life to our highest passion and with the most joy we possibly can. And I talk to you guys about this all the time. I tell you guys how I do little things like I'll spray essential oils in my shower before I get in there, or I don't wear a lot of makeup now because I work remote, so I spoil myself, and instead of buying makeup, I buy perfume, and I spray on a really yummy perfume every day. If you aren't a big fan of cooking, but you have to cook for your kids, turn on a playlist that you love, or an Audible book, and bring joy. Find ways to pull joy and passion into your life. When you're in that energy, that is where you will find what it is you are here to do. It took me a very long time to figure out that what I'm here to do, I am here to help prepare you all for what is coming, the shift that is coming, the split that is coming. That is why I'm here. But I'm also here not to scare you. I'm here to ease your mind and help ease you through the transition. And that is why I do political tarot and then I wrap up with cards like this, because I want you to know what's coming, but I also want you to know that you have control over what you experience. Okay. And you're here for a reason. So those of you who say like, why am I here right now? Well, you're here because there's something that you have, but you have to find it. How do you find it? Spend your time doing things that you enjoy. I tell you, if somebody would have told me that what I was going to end up doing is reading cards, tarot cards on the internet about Donald Trump, I would have said, you're crazy, get out of here. But yet here I am because I follow the calling. And who knows where your calling is going to take you. But spend your time in those activities that bring you joy, where you feel passionate, and that is where you're going to find it. Because for me, I feel passionate about reading tarot and communicating with other people and helping to ease their mind about what's coming. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that was kind of a long-winded one, but this is just such an important card. It's come up multiple times in the last few months. And so I think it's important to just kind of spend some time and know that you're here for two reasons. You're here to help the collective through this transition. And yes, even though you might think you're crazy, or you might say, I would have never chosen to come here. Yes, you did. And two, you have your own mission. What are you here to do, to learn, right? All right, you guys, if you're still with me, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free and a fantastic way to help out my channel. And I just want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I flip cards. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.